Hi everyone. My name is Gloria, and I'm a senior product designer, business strategist, and LinkedIn coach. And I live in Accra, Ghana. I'm happy to have this interview with Just for Women Africa.
Can you briefly tell us about your journey from UX product designer to running two successful coaching academies?
So my journey started in 2019 when I started learning design on my own. And back then I was actually studying linguistics. But then I knew that the world of work was changing and I needed to come into tech if I wanted to have more opportunities. So as I was learning, I realized that despite having a skill, it's still hard to get a job or it's still hard to actually get a freelance work or clients if nobody knows what you are doing. So I came on LinkedIn and I started sharing my work. And by God's grace, I started getting clients from LinkedIn. So I started working as a UX designer with companies from like the UK, Switzerland, and Ghana. And after a while, I decided that I wanted to start a TikTok page, and I did that last year. So while I was posting about my design work, people started messaging me like, "How do you get clients from LinkedIn? How are you growing on LinkedIn?" And so I actually didn't think I was going to start like an online business. So I held an in-person workshop, and then people came. But after the workshop, more people wanted me to teach them, and so that led me to launch my first version of an online coaching business, which was a UX design academy. That ended last year. We did it for 6 months, had students graduate, and this year I decided to focus on Teach and Tribe Academy and the LinkedIn Academy, which will be launching soon.
What inspired you to start outsourcing designs work from Ghana to global startups?
The more my accounts grew on LinkedIn, I've grossed over 900,000 plus impressions on the platform. I got a lot more people reaching out to me to work with me, but then I couldn't handle all of them. So initially, I was just referring them to other people, connecting them to my friends. But I realized that, well, I had students who had gone through my design lessons and other people who also need the services. So why not connect them? And it's a win-win for everybody because on one end, the students also get work, and on the other end, the company or the step founder also gets quality work at a more reasonable price or like at subsidized price. So it was a win-win, and that's how come I connect these two people.
Why do you believe outsourcing tech talents from Africa, especially Ghana, is the future?
Okay, so I think there is a statistic somewhere comparing the number of young people we have in Ghana and Africa versus like other in quotes first world countries, right? So Europe, USA, they have like a more older population. So what that means is that in the next 5, 10, 15 years, we would have more people entering the workforce and they would have more people leaving the workforce. So um if there is a gap, then somebody needs to step in and fill it up. So I think when we connect, and by the way, we are all like a small village now because of the internet. So it doesn't matter that we are on different parts of the globe, different continents. Once somebody has the need and the other person can fill in the need, I think we would be able to make it work. And I think remote work actually is the future. So it's since COVID till now, that's what has been like one of the new transitions that's happening in the workplace. And I think it's just going to increase from there.
You mentioned building your business during lunch breaks. How did you manage time, energy, and focus?
I did one thing, and that one thing changed the game for me. And that is that I focused on what I call essential actions. When it comes to building a business, there's so many things that you can do, like so many things to be done. But then there are two most important things, specifically when you want to build an online business. And that one thing is traffic. And the second thing is what you are selling. So every single day, I just focused on the bottom line, which was, am I doing something that is marketing my business? And then the other one is that, am I actually selling? So every single day when I get the chance, I work on essential actions, and that makes sure that everything I do like directly moves the business forward because I'm a team of one, and if I try to do everything, that wouldn't be possible. So for everybody else out there, the advice is to focus on one platform, one problem, one solution, and push that for as long as you can before you go ahead to try and copy other people who are on all platforms creating content everywhere. And I tell people this, that I was speaking with another creator who is like well known in the space, and he has like content across all social media and it's doing well. And his team that creates his content is 160 people. That is not his business. That is not his entire like company. That is just his content team, 160 people. So if you are an individual and you try to copy them, you would fail miserably because you will not be able to replicate the level of excellence and expertise that is required to like grow on each platform. So just focus on essential actions, one platform, one offer, and then push that so you can get um more support to do other things that are not so essential.
How did you go from 0 to 12,000 followers and 1 million impressions in just 6 months?
In total is 10 months. So I started July 7th. So that was last year. So in total now it's like about 10 months now. So um one thing for me was that I use a lot of storytelling. If you read a lot of my posts, I do a lot of storytelling. And I know a lot of people, because they think it's LinkedIn is professional, every single day they are coming in, they are doing educational content, and it's like, ask ChatGPT, like, give me a content idea, write it for me, they go post, and it goes nowhere because it's boring. Nobody cares about what you're saying unless you already have some form of proof or a following. Nobody really cares about that educational content that you are doing if you don't know how to package it. So for me, I realized that a hack, I don't know whether it's a hack, but a hack for me was to focus on storytelling and make sure that in each of my stories there was a lesson that people could take away. So I was still educating my audience. I do educate my audience a lot, but it was not just any educational content. Because at the end of the day, when people are scrolling on social media or on LinkedIn and they see some educational content, they read it, they pass, they save it, they go. They never remember you again, right? They don't remember you again. And the way you stick out is by embedding whatever it is you are teaching them in a story that they can remember later on. And that's what makes you unforgettable. So for me, the first thing is storytelling. The second thing, of course, is consistency. I post once a day on LinkedIn, 5 times a week. I don't post every day, but from Monday to Friday, my audience can count on me to show up. There is this saying that you can't count your audience unless your audience can count on you. So some people think that, oh, as long as I'm posting, but like, I'm not that constant. I post today, I disappear, I come back next week, next 2 weeks, and you post. You would not grow. Like if you want to grow fast, you have to be consistent, and like it's called momentum. Like when things are working for you, you need to like put your foot on the gas and then double down, and that's how you grow fast. So that's how I did it.
What kind of professionals typically join your program?
Okay, so I have two programs. One, one which is the 12-day LinkedIn Visibility Challenge, which now we are done with all the cohorts, and it's going to be the LinkedIn Academy, which will be launching soon. And for this pool, there are two people who join. One are a career or professional school want to get clients, so or let me say they, for the professionals, they want a job. So I have people who are in the space of they want a remote job, so that's still like a client, but like they want to freelance and they don't know how to do it. A lot of virtual assistants, a lot of designers, developers, a lot of people in the tech space. Like that's the first group of people who join. I see a lot in my challenge. The second group of people are people who are, they are entrepreneurs, they are doing their thing, and they've been doing it. Some of them have been running like their company for 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, but nobody knows what they're doing because they don't have visibility. So like when they join the challenge, I help them blow up and get more people to see what they are doing, right? So that's my LinkedIn Academy. Then with Teach and Thrive Academy, it's helping people like professionals who have expertise in the field monetize that by creating digital products. So if you want to build an online business and you've been wanting to do this, you just don't know how to do it, those are the people that I work with inside Teach and Thrive Academy. So these are the type of people who usually join my program.
How do you help someone land their first 10 clients without a large audience or budget?
I think I did a live session the other day on how 10 ways to use LinkedIn to get a client or a good job. So there are so many ways to do that, but we need to pick one, right? The first way I recommend, like if you if you are just starting, you don't have any followers, you have nothing at all, is to reach out to people. So DMs, right? There is a way on LinkedIn, for instance, for me like this, when I wanted design clients, yes, I was posting, but then what I did was I'll go to LinkedIn and there is a way to, if you know who you are targeting, right? So for me like this, who will hire a designer? So you need to think of that, who hire a designer. I'm like, okay, somebody who has a company. What kind of company? A tech company. And most of the time, those who are big tech companies, their founder is not going to talk to me, or the founder is not going to hire me one-on-one like that. So I specifically said tech startup. So there is a way to do it on LinkedIn where you go into the search bar, I put in that keyword, I sort by the location I want. So if I want somebody to hire me from the UK, I sort by that. And then based on the list of profiles, if you crafts a really good message and you connect with, let's say, 10 people a day, I promise you in 1 month, you get at least 1 or 2 people saying that they want to work with you. So that's like for me really well. Like if you don't have any audience at all, that's a really good way to do it. Now, if you don't want to do the DMs, you don't want to go one-to-one, because one-to-one is the best way to sell when you are starting. If you don't want to do one-to-one, the second way to do it is to actually create content that positions you as an expert in your field, right? And the way I like to do that is by showing my work. Like, so if you go back to my old LinkedIn post, I would do videos of me actually designing, showing the product and everything, and I'll post it and to go viral. Like sometimes it will see like 11,000 impressions, lots of comments, and people will be reposting it. And from there, I'll get people reaching out to me. So that was the second way that I would do it. Then advanced. So these are people who, let's say, you are not looking for a job, but like you want to work with people on scale. For instance, each month I get like 200 people to sign up for my LinkedIn program, right? How do I do that? I do that by having what I call a sales funnel. So literally, I would post something that gathers people from my LinkedIn, which is free. And then from there, I sell them into whatever it is that I want to offer them. The two main ways I like doing this, one is through doing live events. Yesterday, I just finished a live event with 150 plus people. We're there for 4 hours, right? So I do a live event. People, if you are in the US, UK, like other parts of the world, you see people say an email list a lot. I have an email list, but if you're in Ghana or Africa, I promise you, half the people don't open their email. Some of them can't even sign into them. It's just like a whole funny thing. So what I recommend is use a WhatsApp group. So from LinkedIn, they fill a form first. So I still get their email later for selling to them later. But then I also ask them to join the WhatsApp group. So in the WhatsApp group, I have direct access to my audience. And if you um like show them that, oh, this is the problem you have, this is the solution, and I have the transformation or something that can bridge the two of them, you would sell out. So that is what I would do if you are a little bit advanced and mature in like in selling, or like you are ready to like get clients unskilled.
What are the key things founders look for when outsourcing digital work?
Most important thing is that you should be able to build trust, because they are not meeting you in person and they are going to be sending you probably a big check like $5,000 to design their product or to develop it if you're a developer, or to be a visual assistant, depending on what you do. So you need to build trust. The first way to do that is to have a strong portfolio. So for me, like this, I had a portfolio like where I worked the last time as a UX designer. I had designed the app and we had gotten to 50,000 plus users. It was live on Play Store, App Store. That is real proof. That is like, oh yes, this, I can trust this person, right? So when you can do anything that builds trust, that really helps a founder to quickly say, yes, I want to work with you. So the second thing that I do to build trust, of course, is my LinkedIn. If you check my LinkedIn and everything, you will trust that I would not take your money and not do the work, or I will not connect you to the right people, right? Then secondly is reliability. Like if you say you are going to show up at the meeting at 10 a.m., show up at 10 a.m. If your light is out, your laptop is off, anything, find a way to communicate to the person that you'll not be showing up, right? That is the second thing. And then thirdly, before they even actually buy or like sign a contract with you, you need to be able to clearly communicate everything, because I'm sure when you're speaking to you, you're speaking to two other people, three other people. Anytime like a founder reaches out to me to outsource, they are also speaking to other agencies or speaking to other individuals, right? So you need to be clearly communicate your value. Why are you different? Like why should they choose you over other people? And if you can communicate that and they understand it, they would select you.
What advice do you have for African freelancers or creatives looking to get international clients?
Yeah. It's simple. Get on LinkedIn and build credibility. On your LinkedIn profile, your featured section, you should have testimonials, case studies. Like you should build credibility. Like that's the really first. So the first one, get on LinkedIn, build credibility, share as many testimonials as you can, case studies. If you don't have any of them, share your work. Start with what you have. Like post your work, share your journey. And the more you do that, the more people will get to know you, the more visible you become, the more opportunities that you can have access to.
You have coached over 700 professionals. What separates those who succeed from those who don't?
The answer is super clear for me on that one. It is action takers, right? So I just held the last 12-day LinkedIn challenge, and one of the girls who joined, she was like, she's not ready to post. She had 0 followers. She right now has 8,000 plus impressions and I think 1,000 plus followers on LinkedIn. Yesterday, she came to give a testimonial. And the difference between somebody like her and somebody like somebody else who doesn't see results is that they are perfectionists. And I know because I used to be like that. They think that, okay, wait until I do this thing before I'll start posting or like building my personal brand, or maybe like, let me just wait a bit. Like, we are thinking about it like, oh, I want to like finish before you actually like put it out there. But the honest truth is that you'll never finish, right? The honest truth is that if you don't start now, one, it will get more saturated over time. So when you actually post, you not get the kind of visibility you want. And when that happens, you get discouraged and you quit. So for me, those who succeed, they take action fast. Like they have an idea, they do it today. That's the kind of person I am, because it's like, okay, how since I got the idea for the LinkedIn Visibility Challenge in December last year till now, I've coached 700 people. How? Because once I get an idea, I'm doing it. If I want to say I'm selling something, I just create a link, hold a live session, sell on the live session, boom. That's it. But if you overcomplicate it and you think about it too much, at the end of the day, it's not going to work. By the way, you can never think it's enough to assure the results. You can never like overthink it so much that immediately you do it, you succeed. So you may even create a really complex thing, go do it and it's a fail. Because sometimes the simple things work better. So once you get the idea, implement as fast as possible. And so to me, those who implement fast are the ones who succeed.
How do you handle imposter syndrome and the pressures to constantly show up online?
So I think I don't know whether like this is strange to say, but I don't necessarily have imposter syndrome. Like when I'm going to, let's say, speak on a stage, or let's say start this LinkedIn challenge when I did not even have so many followers myself, did I feel scared? Yes, I did feel scared, but not imposter syndrome whereby I feel like I don't deserve what I've gotten so far, or like I'm a fake and like it's not working. No, like I don't feel that way. So I can't really tell somebody how to handle it. But I would say that if you feel imposter syndrome, look at the results you've gotten so far. I think Google did this initiative some time ago where they were like, write down, or like every time you do something good in your career, your business, your life, write it down. And when you are not feeling so sure of yourself, go and read that book and you will understand why you've gotten all the things that you've gotten, right? So if somebody feels that they should do that, but for me, it's just like, no matter what I feel, I still just go ahead and do the thing and then see what happens.
What is the future for Gloria?
Okay, I'll say for the next 7 years, actually. So I started this journey on July 7th and I wrote down 7 goals for myself. Okay, so the summary of the 7 goals is that one, I want to like build a community of 1,000 professionals across like Africa and the world who are building their online presence, who are building online businesses. So like a community of 1,000 really active people. And this is not just like you join the free challenge or something, but like they are really actually doing it. Um, my minimum revenue goal is $100,000, and I want to build at least to have at least 100,000 followers on LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok each. So that is like bare minimum, or like that is like the goal, the target. And then I also want to travel the world with my mom because she hasn't really traveled. I have traveled a bit, but like if I build this business successfully, I will be able to like just say, okay, I'm taking a 1 year break, a 1 year sabbatical, and I'm a Christian. And as part of, I know we have the 7 day you should rest on the Sabbath, but actually every seventh year you're supposed to rest as well. You're supposed to rest for 1 year. And the Israelites would not farm or do anything like that. And so for me, after 7 years of doing this, I'm going to take a whole 1 year break in 2031 by God's grace if I'm still alive. And just, chill for 1 year in 2031 and see like what I want to do next. I would probably build a tech product for Africans in the digital space, because everything right now is just so fragmented. We are out here solving like problems, first world problems, and it's not working. We need solutions for us in terms of selling digital products, monetizing energy, and all of that. So one of my big goals would be to build a software out of that.